Early on, I think we mined all the obvious areas about ghosts and the aspects of the paranormal that were sort of obvious. And even though we did some very original episodes, I think that we did a werewolf early on. So I think that there were some easy pickings at the very beginning. But the show actually became, I think, more interesting as it went on because we had to really start looking farther and into weird science for our episodes. We had a rule that it was only as scary as it was believable, and it had to take place within the realm of extreme possibility. The more you could make these what-if stories believable as a sort of paranormal science, and not science fiction, the more successful the show was. I really didn't think of it as science fiction early on. I thought of it as speculative science, but I think that's and I may have gotten that from Steven Spielberg, who said the same thing about Close Encounters. There were times when, I remember in the fourth season, there's an episode done by those same writers, Glenn Morgan and James Wong, called Home. And it's a very scary episode. And while it is not a violent episode, you actually imagine it is violent because the action cuts just before you actually see these acts of violence on. And I remember getting a call the day after from Peter Roth saying we had indeed gone too far. There had been complaints that had gone as far as the corporate offices in New York, and that we had to scale back. But that has now become one of the most beloved episodes of the show.